All 9 Wake County School Board seats are on the ballot this fall. One of the most watched races is in District 9 in Western Wake County. That's where 3 political newcomers are vying to replace retiring incumbent Karen Carter. WRAL Capitol Bureau Chief Laura Leslie has a look at who's on the ballot.
Michelle Morrow is a former ER nurse. She mostly homeschooled her 5 children. She says her top priorities on the school board would be safety in schools, cutting spending on school administration, and refocusing classrooms on academics.
And when I see things like the exodus, quite honestly, in the last few years of teachers and of students, that means that we need to take a different direction. And I do not want for the politics to be in the classroom.
Morrow herself has been very engaged in right-wing politics. She was at the Capitol January 6th, but said she did not take part in the riot and doesn't condone it.
I actually brought my oldest kids because it was a day, that I wanted them to see how to be active in civics. But I will tell you, there was no expectation that anything was going to be violent.
Morrow has also posted anti-Muslim and anti-trans tweets, promoted election conspiracy theories, and called the COVID-19 vaccine population control. She even called for the execution of Bill and Melinda Gates. She said those tweets aren't relevant here.
What does that have to do with school board?
Morrow's opponent, Tyler Swanson, has been endorsed by the incumbent. He's a former special education teacher who previously worked with the state NAACP. He says he left teaching because of pandemic burnout.
The biggest thing is the teacher pay. Teachers teachers must feel that respect, not just from the classroom, but from the board table as well. So being a former teacher in the district, I can be and I will serve as our teacher's biggest cheerleader, because I understand what it's like to teach in the classroom.
Swanson thinks culture war issues like book bans, CRT, and trans students' rights are political distractions from the bigger problem of insufficient state funding for schools.
We have folks who are using rhetoric that is causing harm, that is furthering, that's causing so much division. And it does not take it. This rhetoric did not take place in my classroom, and it should not take place at the board table.
Laura Leslie, WRAL News, Raleigh.
Our education reporter, Emily Walkenhorst, has profiled all 9 of the Wake School Board races this year, and you can find those stories and our handy voter guide at WRAL.com.